Hey guys, what's going on? DuffKing56 here, back and ready to continue our Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIII-2. Welcome back. I believe last session we were screwing around in the Augusta Tower. We figured out we have to probably rewind the gate just to finish our 100% map completion, so I'm going to do that later. What I'm actually going to do now is going to be very important. We're going to grab ourselves a bunch of different fragments here. We're going to complete some areas. We're going to unlock 2 new worlds, so it should be fairly interesting to see how we do that. But without further ado, let's go into the dying world, and I'll try to explain a little bit about what we are going to do here. It is kind of convoluted. It is kind of making sense. It is probably completely logical for me to say. But what we are going to do here is we're going to unlock the last Brescia ruins. Now, there's a huge side quest chain there that actually ends with a boss for the last fragments. So, should be pretty easy if my party is ready for it. If not, we will figure it out. But besides that, what we're going to do is we're going to go here, we're going to unlock this new Brescia. Unfortunately, we are completely on the opposite side of the map from where it is, so we're probably going to have to hop on a chocobo just to make sure that we can get there within a fair amount of time. But we're going to be able to survey the landscape, make sure we know exactly what we're doing, because it's going to use one of our wild artifacts, and so is the next stop. After this area, we're going to need to use one more wild artifact just to finish off this whole side quest chain. So it's fairly important that we do it quickly and efficiently. So I am going to hop on a chocobo here. As you can see, rambunctious chocobos is their name, or rocker chocobos, depending on what your preference is. But anyways, they are a mutant breed formed from a paradox. They will eat gacha greens based on how many fragments you have. So we're just gonna hop on this guy here. We're gonna get on his back, and we're just gonna go make sure, you know, if he starts eating all of our gacha greens, then I'm probably going to hop off of him. But from my recollection, he shouldn't be eating them way too fast because we have 80 fragments. So congratulations on getting halfway through the large fragment hunt with me. I commend you for your efforts, for all of your participation and all your support. So without further ado, let's just hop right into the nitty-gritty of the dying world here. Now, let me check my map to make sure we are going to the right gate. I believe it is, let's see, it's probably up right here where this gate is here. So I have to make a turn to the west, and then I have to go north once I'm in the western area. So we will do just that, but we're going to end up getting about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fragments, I think, if this session goes all well. So I'm actually pretty pumped. Getting up to 88 is a huge number, and then we have another long side quest chain that I'm going to have to farm some gil for because I need to access a large, 2 more areas, and I think that will actually expend the last 2, our last 2 wild artifacts, which is fairly interesting. So yes, we're going to go this way. I think we're going to hop off at Chocolina here because we should have been carried a fair enough amount of distance before he eats any more of our gacha greens. As you can see, I love how they completely freak out when you hop off of them, like you just completely molested them in some sort of way. And not molested in a sexual way, I mean molested in a bothered sort of way, just so you know, I'm not that kind of weirdo. I ain't no molested, no chocobos. I'd like to have one for myself because they're pretty gosh darn amazing and they're cute, but I will not, putting my proverbial foot down, I will not molest any chocobos the remainder of this Let's Play. I should probably keep my promise, but who knows? Maybe these rambunctious guys are going to get way too rambunctious, and I haven't even showed you the chocobo races yet, so that is going to be pretty cool once we start doing that. Although it is kind of difficult, and I've never really experimented much with it, so it definitely should be a learning experience for us all. But anyways, here we are. We're right at the gate. We're going to consume one of our wild artifacts here. We're going to hop ourselves into Brescia 100 AF, so let's just do it. Get into this timeline, and let's start hopping around in time, as time travelers tend to do. But yes, this is going to be a very interesting quest line. Some interesting people we're going to meet, and definitely a bunch of different sort of completion type elements we're going to have. As you can see, there's 6 fragments, but we're going to have to collect 2 other fragments just to get those, the 5th and 6th fragments. So we're going to hop right into Brescia. You guys can read about it.
Who will be the one to contain this invasion? The sudden appearance and rampant growth of a paradox has turned the Brescia ruins into a crawling nest of monsters. Even the army, unable to contain the endless waves of creatures, has been forced to withdraw. In a last desperate measure, the government has offered a huge sum of money to the person who resolves the paradox. Many have tried, and many have failed. But still, The ruins overflow with reckless bounty hunters and scholars.
Substantial award, you say? Reward, I should say. Let's hop in here and find out. I know Mog is going to go crazy, just as Mog has, and all the other brushes when there have been prizes offered for different completionary elements. So let's watch Mog get all crazy, because it would be kind of funny just to watch Mog go just that crazy. We're going to go ham. We're going to grab all these new rings, because this is another ring quest. I believe the other quest in Brescia was rings. If I'm mistaken, then please call me out on it and be like, no, you're wrong. But I'm like, I thought I was right. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. And here we are right into the area here. Let's actually talk to this first person.
You guys have got to be rookies. Do you even have any experience? For amateurs like yourselves to be coming out here, you either have to be morons or idiots that are looking to hit pay dirt. So, which is it? You don't look like you understand what's going on, so let me explain it to you. Because of some paradox thingamajig that occurred 80-some years ago, the monsters here are multiplying like no one's ever seen. The government gave up trying to fix the problem themselves a while ago. Now they're just throwing buckets of gil at bounty hunters to deal with the problem instead. You can't find any other jobs out there where you can make this much gil. Thanks to the government, everyone here's got cash to spare. If you're looking for some extra pocket money, this is your best bet.
Interesting, very interesting. Bounty hunters, you say? Well, maybe we can monetize our reward in some way, shape, or form. Who is this? We need to see if we can get some quests in this area. There's 6 fragments to grab. Let's talk.
Oh, hello. More bounty hunters, I see. You two are much too young to be in a place like this. What a sad world this has become. I'm working on the development of a new weapon. The materials I need can be found where the paradox effect is the strongest, somewhere inside the ruins. If you see anything of the sort, I'd appreciate it if you brought it back to me. Of course, you'll be compensated for your efforts.
In Brescia Ruins, 100 AF, Pat is working on developing a new weapon, and she needs someone to bring her some weapon materials. If she's desperate enough to ask civilians to do the job, the compensation has to be nothing less generous. Let's accept.
Alright, the objects you're looking for are likely lost within the space-time rift. I know they won't be easy to find, so make sure to check every hidden corner, every crevice.
Okay, sounds easy enough. The actual recommendation with Pat here is to not completely do her quest until after you do 2 quests afterwards, so that's something for your minds to think about here. I'm just making sure I'm not missing any treasure, because I thought that there would be treasure here, but I am incorrect at this point. Now what we're going to do is hopefully not get into too many crazy fights. I want to actually fight one of the enemies here. I want to see what kind of strength. I want to gauge the strength of the enemies here. So we have some more munchkins. We've definitely seen these guys before. So nothing we haven't seen and nothing we haven't just completely towned on. So at least that's a good aspect. It gives you a little bit of safety when you first get in the area, when you fight monsters that you've played against or that you've fought against before. Because you have some sort of foundation that you can always fall back on the fact that, oh, I see munchkins, I can attack them if I really need to, and not to worry very much about what's going on. You know, are they going to kill me or not? So it's always nice to see here. Now, the one person that we might see here who is definitely a rare is Tonberry. So that's another thing to think about as well. Very careful you have to be with Mr. Tonberry, because he is extremely difficult to fight against. He is one of the rares. He's one of the legendaries. I would consider him a legendary personally. Hey, look, a purple chocobo. Or is that silver? Looks purple to me. Let's actually fight. Let's see if we can grab it. A purple chocobo, man. And it looks like it is buffing itself, so it definitely has to be a synergist. Definitely someone we can ride up our stagger gauge on just a little bit. We could probably... Oh boy, we have to back off. He's going to kill the people that are attacking him because it's entrench. That's not good. He's going to kill Noel. Oh well, we might as well just finish off our attacks as best we can. As you can see now, he's going to do a fair amount of damage on Noel because the entrench damages the person based on how much damage you've actually put out on him whilst in the entrench thing. So what I'm going to do here is actually go into a dual medic class here, get our hyper rescue on just in case that our chocobo is going to kill Noel here. Instead, it looks like we've actually broken his block somehow. It's entrenched somehow. So we're going to see if we can get his stagger gauge up here. See if we can end up launching him, even though he isn't entrenched. We do want to at least interrupt the Chocobo before he starts throwing out some crazy physical damages on us. Although this fight looks like it's going fairly easily. So let's see if I have. I'll switch to a Ravager Commando class here because I want Noel to do some more physical damage. As you can see, you can't launch him, I believe, when he's in Entrench, but the Sentinel is taking the Entrenched damage very well, so it was definitely a good switch for us, and we definitely just destroyed that Chocobo, so good for us there. We did not seem to capture him, which I guess is okay. I mean, you're never going to get exactly what you want in this game, but here's another person we should talk to.
Would you be interested in a small job? It's nothing very exciting. I just need you to find someone. My assistant left a while ago, and I haven't seen him since. Can you find him and give him a message for me, if possible? Tell him I need the monster analysis report, ASAP.
The Brescia Runes 100 AF. An independent researcher known as the Professor is looking for someone who lend him a hand. He needs someone to track down his assistant, retrieve some analytical data, and we get ourselves a reward, so let's accept this too.
Spectacular. I knew I could count on you.
Sounds easy to me, sir. The easy thing about this area is the fact that the materials that you have to find, the monster analysis report is the name of it. I want to see what that was. It looked like Munchkins to me. The monster analysis report that you have to grab is actually down in here. I believe it's nestled back in the back there. As you can see, his assistant is hidden by a time distortion, so we get to use the advanced Moogle hunt to find him. So another reason why you want to come here and keep this for the late game, because it's very important to actually be able to find this guy when you do find him. So let's see if Mog can find him without... Ooh, we definitely got him. Let's talk to him.